right, welcome everybody to a very special episode of the Power Comics. I guess this is a book club. I'm joined, of course, well, this is the biggest frickin' panel we've ever had. This is, the CNN crossfire, if you will, of Power Comics. We're joined, of course, by the usual Power companions here, Benjamin Marra, Gabe Deichel. How you guys doing?
Well.
But I'm going to push you guys off to the side because to my left, we have a couple of Power celebrities over here. These are two of the three men behind one of our favorite Power comics of all time, Mutandus. Everybody say hello to Dave Worster and Alex Turbin. Guys, how's it feel to be on the Power Comics show? How are you doing?
To be called celebrities. That's it.
Yeah. I've been famous for a week now.
Well, we're creating new celebrities here at Power Comics, so I appreciate you guys. Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys coming on the show, and thank you for. Well, first off, I want to ask, how did you find the channel? Do you guys got like Mutandis Google alerts set? Like, how did you find out about?
That was all Alex. Alex emailed me a few days ago and said, "Hey, we're famous. Have you seen this?"
A guy named Jeff contacted me on Facebook, one of your buddies or something, and he wanted some copies of Mutandis, and I was like, "Hey, how do you even know about Mutandis?" And so I Googled Mutandis, and then your video came up.
Wow.
So, every once in a while I'll Google my artwork and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. I know for a fact that happens quite a bit, that people will reach out to, these artists and creators and ask them, cold call them for issues. Other people that we've tried to contact, they've said like, yeah, why did all of a sudden everyone's trying to get my stuff?
Right.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Actually, was that Jeff Miller who contacted you?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Yep. So little power trivia. That's PM Home Video. So.
Oh, wow. Of course it is.
So we got to get Jeff on the payroll because he's doing the real
legwork.
He's doing the research. That's because I was so curious how this all kind of comes around. Mm-hmm. So that's amazing. So I think like the origin story for us, and I definitely want to hear we got to talk about how all this came together for you guys. I think it's like Gabe and I spend so much time on YouTube and other eBay, just looking through like these giant comic book warehouses for all the independent, small press things. And I think we just saw the cover to the first issue, and we're like, this looks awesome. And so we kind of fought over who's gonna get it, and then and then we got the issue, and then of course we loved it, but had no freaking idea that there was more than one of these. Right. So today we're gonna look a little at the first issue, which we looked at a couple of weeks ago on this channel, but we're also going to dive into issue number 2, which I think is going to be, which I blew my mind. As soon as I opened this package, thank you, Alex, that you sent me, I was like, oh my freaking God, here we go. More Mutandis.
And I think it was Ben who asked, do we even see a Mutandis in issue 2? And
oh, yeah.
We can
definitely delivers.
Well, that's a good first question. Like, the first ish does not really answer the question of what a Mutandis is. Now, was that part of the idea in the original on the onset, or
it was originally it was 3 issues. Unfortunately, that first issue just had to be so much setup and so much introducing the characters. And like I said, I was 18. I was a stupid kid. I didn't know how to plot yet.
Well, I think both Dave and I were greatly into the X-Men at the time, and that's definitely more character and plot driven than fancy fight scenes and every other page. So
for sure,
I think we both wanted more character and more plot than your normal indie comic would have.
Who came up with the term Mutandis, or the idea Mutandis?
I did.
Dave.
I did.
Okay.
It's based off of, a lot of the, if you look at a lot of the Xavier's school stuff, it uses the term Mutatis Mutandis. Which is, it's something synonymous with change. And actually, I tried to call it Mutatis first, and Marvel came up with a 3-issue series called Mutatis. I cursed for a while, and I said, screw it, I'm going to change the name.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I loved the idea that, because Mutandus is essentially the team, right? The team is Mutandus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's not clear, especially in the first issue. And the whole time we're like, what is Mutandus? Who is Mutandus?
I know.
What is Mutandus? And it's so much better that it's like such a mystery until you.
It's like a riddle.
I
really
was laughing
is.
my ass off watching you guys look at Lycaon and go, is he a Mutandus? Is he
Exactly.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Am I a Mutandus? Who's a Mutandus?
Yeah, we weren't sure if we're
all
Mutandus.
Mutandus.
Yeah. Well, so before we, crack it open and look at, just quickly kind of breeze over the first issue again with your guys' director's commentary, I noticed while looking in the second issue today, I actually read it before we recorded, and I noticed in the back inside cover, there's, you guys have your outro letter there, and you talked about how, I think it was you, Dave, that were publishing or writing these comics in high school before you had done this first issue. So is that true?
I did.
Yeah. So tell us the origin story.
I had a great teacher, Marion Butler, if you're out there. Hi. She was English teacher and had us do those horrible journal entries once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I hated them. And I was kind of vocal about it. And so she compromised with me. She knew that I was writing Mutandus. She and I exchanged X-Men comics a lot. And
Wow.
And she said, well, look, instead of in a journal entry, give me a chapter of Mutandus every week. And
That's
great.
Technical difficulties.
No worries. Oh.
Alex, you look different.
Yeah. Did you Mutandus over there?
Yeah, we Mutandus.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah. Well, what an amazing just those are the types of figures in your life who are going to that's the perfect way to I guess I don't know be a part of that sort of passion and to motivate you in order to do something like that is great. I mean, those are the inspirational figures of our lives, right?
Exactly. I mean, I might have still written it anyways. I was, kind of sketching these things together in study halls, but being able to write that every week for an assignment was awesome,
Yeah.
More teachers should do that sort of thing where they can sort of tap into a young person's interests and
definitely
passions and
right. Instead of being hardline with their rules,
right.
allow a changeover like that,
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then what happened? So then you started turning in these pages, and then it just kind of took off from there?
I started writing the original stuff, which was just a trio. It was just Vaughn, Vanessa, and Sean. And I added other characters later, and that's what I was doing in study hall. Was I was scripting out. I was telling Alex the other day. I said, "Hey, if you want to revitalize this, run with it. I have 50 issues plus plotted, plus you can have all my notes."
Oh my God!
I've thought about doing that.
Well,
so how did
25 years later.
Good launching pad.
That'd be incredible.
I hope they're all aged 25 years too. They're just
we've got.
That's actually what Alex wants to do, right?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah, like total like gruff version of Mutandus. So what were you gonna say, Ben? Sorry, did we?
I just wanted to know how you guys linked up. So Dave, you were scripting this. Did you even know Alex at the time, or
Not
did you have a plan? So what was your plan? You were going to find an artist to draw it, or were you going to draw it yourself?
No, a writer is a frustrated artist. I can't draw stick figures.
In my memory, I put an ad in the same paper that did the article on us, and then had some calls from people that wanted to do a comic book.
That's what I thought. Okay,
cool.
Was that me, or did you put the ad in?
I don't think we put the ad in. You must have put the ad in.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I remember finding you through an ad.
Yeah, it was looking for local comic book artists or writers, and I just wanted to get a group of us all together and brainstorm and come up with something cool.
And actually, at the time, my roommate Corey and I were both big comic geeks. We were trying to get a bunch of artists in. We were basically, this was like Fight Club for comics. We were just bringing people in and having them drawing in corners of the house. Corey and I went to our local shop, Top Shelf Comics. Hi, Jeff.
Awesome. Love it.
And we went there and we're looking for artists. And Bill Renfro was he was doing large scale art that he was hanging in the store. So we met up with Bill. Corey dropped out after a while. Corey was another frustrated artist.
I don't remember Corey.
No, Corey dropped out before you came in. So then it was just me and Bill, and then we found you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I put the ad in the paper, and we all went to Bill's house, and there was like maybe 10 of us all around this big table, throwing out ideas and trying to figure out what we'd want to do. And it kind of ended badly where everyone was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, because you get that many people together and you can't decide on anything. And so we kind of went our separate ways. And then Bill and Dave approached me and they were like, hey, you want to do this project? And I was like, sure.
Wow. That is like so amazing. And, when did how did the first issue kind of like get into print and be, I guess we should maybe take a look at it. Maybe I should switch over.
Let's do it.
Sure. Break it up.
Yeah. Here's my spread for today.
Amazing.
So
3 copies. Wow.
Yeah.
9.8.
What kind of sunglasses are those?
I don't know. Some
Mutandis sunglasses?
Yeah, these are my Mutandis prop for today. All right, so all right, here I want to get this all. So that's really amazing. So and then you were mentioning his name is Bill Renfro. So he did the cover, right?
He did the cover, totally.
And he did all the inking for this. That's amazing. So I mean, this cover is awesome.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's
one of
it really pops. Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, when I first saw this and not knowing anything about what this issue was about, I was like, oh my God, like this is, we have to get this. And so I'm so glad that,
And it took me 30 years to realize until you guys were talking about it, that Vanessa never appears in flame in that book. So it is a little misleading.
Well, no, because she has her flashback and
she does
talks about her powers.
Yep.
So
It hints at it for sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. But one thing I wanted to say real quick off the top, because it just hit me, is before we hit record, Dave, before you showed up, I think we should explain this. You guys haven't kept in touch really.
No.
So how long has it been? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, sorry, Alex, go ahead.
Well, I guess the last issue we did was Random Access #2, and after that, Bill went on to do his other stuff, Brother in Arms, and what else did he do?
Triumvirate.
Yeah.
Triumvirate, which I just pointed out to my son the other day. The cover of looks exactly like Radiant standing over Lycaon. Somebody repeated some imagery, I think.
Well, yeah, you'll see that Bill likes to homage things a few.
But you guys haven't talked, like you two haven't really kept up in 25 years? Is that what you said?
No, Alex. I searched for Alex a little while back and couldn't find him. Bill and I still live in this roughly the same town. We've kept in touch via Facebook.
So this is like a power reunion.
This is a reunion.
Exactly.
This is wow. Oh my gosh, that is.
And I look just the same as I did when I was.
Yeah.
Sure you do. And I have the same amount of hair as I did back then too.
So first off, Parasite always was really awesome.
That was all Bill.
Parasite. No, Parasite was me.
Parasite was you? I thought Parasite was all Bill.
Beyond Normal Vision, Parasite.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That seems like a Bill kind of thing.
It does. It does. It's anything that seems like a bad acid trip. That's Bill.
Yeah. He's into alien,
I see now what's going on here.
Right on.
That's awesome. So yeah, Parasite's awesome name, wicked logo. And was these logo designs drawn by you, Alex, or was that Bill?
No, that was Bill.
Yeah, these are all. I love the M. It's great.
He did all of the lettering and the logo work and everything like that.
Yeah, it looks great.
So as we covered in our previous week's episode, we were talking about this ish and how it opens up in this forest, and here's this creature that we thought was a Mutandis when we first read it, but I think was it Gabe or Ben that you pointed out his smooth chest
Yeah.
Tell us about the inspiration, behind this character, because you guys commented on our YouTube video about it.
Yeah. That was my first comment. It was a direct influence on the Dracula movie.
Right.
That was pretty much at the time.
The Francis Ford Coppola early 90s.
Yeah. Right.
Amazing. Yeah, I could totally see that now.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Where the werewolf has sex with what's her face.
Right.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So what year was this that you guys were working on this? It was like early 90s?
93, 94.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah. And then here we're introduced to Vanessa, who does have the flashback of how she got the powers, the flame powers. So tell us that what are the inspirations, the influences? Because it's like a faction, comic more or less, and it's superhero. So tell us about kind of the influences behind these characters.
All day.
If you have any.
Yeah. A lot of this is lost to time.
That's all right.
I don't really remember where she was, where I inspired for that. I will say, as far as the rapid character introduction, one part of that was, oh hey, this has been a hobby all this time, and now, oh shit, I've got deadlines. I've got to get this stuff in, so Alex can draw it.
Yeah, we would have like weekly meetings or bi-weekly meetings where we would exchange, ideas and scripts and pages and everything like that.
Nothing takes the fun out of a hobby by like saying, hey, you got to have 10 pages written and ready for so and so by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I love it though. I love the pressure.
Yeah, no, it helped. It definitely helped.
Yeah.
But what was going on there as far as the character development was, I was trying to get all 5 characters back together and introduce them all at once. You can see in the flashback 5 years ago, 7 years ago, that's whenever they were together last, when they touched that weird crystal. And,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is the first time that they've been back together.
Right.
And,
I see. Okay. Because one of the things that Ben and I really gravitated towards with this comic was that it was just like, it seemed like reading it the first time was like superheroes on their off time, kind of just hanging around,
Very X-Men-like.
Yeah, right. Which we liked.
Some of our favorite parts of the X-Men is just when they're playing baseball or, just doing mundane things around the house.
Actually, that's all I care to read from the X-Men. I could just throw out all of the other adventuring and stuff like that. Yeah, it could just be like hangout comics, which is what this kind of is. Yeah, which is really why we loved it.
Totally. And so then you have this kind of mystery character here who is a terrorist who's terrorizing this building, and it kind of becomes the central mystery of this comic of, is this, one of our family members? Who is this person? Do you remember any influence going into this terrorist character?
It changed a couple times throughout revisions, and you can actually probably see it because there's a bit of a plot hole at the end of this issue.
Oh, I might have missed
it. I was trying to do a whodunit here and trying to keep you guessing as to it was quite possibly one of them, because they all have the same eye signature, the red signature there,
right?
Which I don't know if you can see it here.
Yeah.
This is the weekly.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
They colorized it.
That's amazing.
Cool.
That's the newspaper?
That's the newspaper, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and that is the thing that pops up a lot, especially in the next issue as well. Love this panel here of him being knocked upside down.
Yeah, you guys went on about that.
Yeah.
Unnecessary role.
No, we love unnecessary.
I love the comment section where the guy's like, why is he watching CNN in a dress?
Yeah.
I know. It's obviously a bathrobe.
Yeah.
Everybody wears bathrobes.
Well,
I should be in mine.
I love that CNN makes an appearance in this issue.
So many.
And it's such of the era. That's such that era, and it's great. I love this, and I love how Alex, this is penciled here just with the him being among what's happening, so sucked into what's happening on the news. Just a cool.
Well, see, the thing is, you're trying to make this, as you were saying, a mundane comic about, not a whole lot of actions going on. So you have to push as much action into your work as you can.
Because truthfully, mundane comics don't really sell that well.
No,
it's true.
Talking heads and standing people just don't really, they're not that exciting.
We're the three guys that buy those guys.
Yeah, that's us. And
as long as somebody's out there buying.
Yeah. And this is I also love the like gray market Pink Floyd bootleg
I think
posters.
that was me.
That's awesome.
I think the Floyd was me, and the few pages after Zappa and stuff, I think that's Bill.
Oh, the acid member of the team for sure.
I never thought of that, Alex. I thought that was all you, but you're right that a lot of musical influence could have been Bill.
Yeah, well, I love Floyd, so that was probably me, but the other stuff was him.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and then of course we definitely spent some time talking about this panel here, which we love.
Yeah, love that car.
Awesome. Great siding on this building here. I remember us talking about that. And
Bangor architecture.
Totally.
Right.
And that's something to talk about too, is that like something about like power comics that we love is how regional they are.
Yeah.
They're so like
super
very, very specific from like they're all from these like little communities and towns and that really comes through here too. And obviously Maine is, especially Bangor too, is synonymous with Stephen King and things like that. And you guys told us, or someone in the comment, tell us the relationship with Stephen King in this comic.
Well, I was friends with Stephen King's son, and I'll actually show you some stuff I have later. And Joe King and Owen, and his Steve's wife was at the comic convention that we were both doing, and that me and Bill and Dave were doing, and she just came to one of our table and grabbed a couple issues and then left.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then I told Bill, I was like, you know who that was?
Oh.
He said, who? And I said, Tabitha King.
Wow. You heard it here first. Stephen King's wife stole a bunch of comics from your table.
Oh, no. You definitely paid for them.
So somewhere
asked for more.
Yeah. Somewhere in the King residence is a couple issues of Mutandus.
Yeah, they never throw anything away, so they still have it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That is a comic book household. They all seem to
be.
It
is.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely were checking this out. So and then again, you're seeing the motif with the eyes here again. Oh, I remember us kind of losing our shit over how he heat up his pizza too much.
Yeah. It's like hilarious stuff.
That was great too. That's very like reminiscent of being 18 and making comics for sure as a plot device, which I love. Here's the Who and Zappa, so you can see what Bill was rocking. Yep. This is all just I love how you're drawing the wood here. If that's Bill, but that's awesome.
I love drawing wood grain.
Yeah, it's great. It really pops off of this. And then here we get the backstory of where all these kids met. Yeah, the nose. Yeah.
The nose.
I think that was 25 minutes of discussion.
I know. Sorry, sometimes we get stuck on certain things.
No, that's perfectly kind. Cool.
It's I mean, we love it. I mean, it's those type of, that's why we like, this genre of that we've coined, is that these are the imperfect, comics that are made from pure passion, and there's no inhibitions, and it's caution to the wind, and it's we got to do this for the sake of doing it, and those are the most interesting comics to us. We find them most inspiring because they're not diluted by
pure passion.
Right, exactly.
Right. And so then this scene is wild here where, remind me, this character's name is
Jerry.
Jerry.
That's right. Jerry going wild here, eating the guts of a rabbit. We always love that.
Now, just for my own sake, Sean is the cousin of Vanessa and what's his
the best way to think of it is, there's two sets of twins, Vaughn and Vanessa.
Yes.
Amy and Jerry.
Oh, okay.
And then Sean's an only child.
Got you.
Okay, so yeah, we have Vaughn and
they're staying at his house.
Okay.
They're staying at his house. Yeah, his father Adam. Yes.
Right. Because Sean is a little
corporation. Yeah.
Is it right? Okay, so yeah, that was a little confusing, but I think you guys do a good job of
Sean's
recapping
a little
it.
older. He's not in his 40s like it appeared.
I love it.
Right, he looks like such an overworked dad in that panel. Like coming home, this tie loose.
Yeah. And then of course, the awesome crystal, and then and then we have this wraps up here, and
I love that splash page.
Me too.
I'm obsessed with that. Is that? Did you do that art?
That's Bill.
One second, technical difficulties.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I'll step in. That one is all Bill. It's an unnamed character. I don't know if that was someone he wanted to introduce later down the line, but he took it and ran with it, and I love the background in that.
Background is incredible. Yeah. I'm obsessed with it. I mean,
that is a cool character design too.
I think it's the end of issue 2, the one he's got with Radiant opening fire in it. It's that huge pattern that covers the page. That one really kind of that.
Oh yeah. Me. Well, you can definitely tell that Bill was the acid taker of the 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Also the back too.
He's a 70s record guy. So.
I wanted to ask you specifically about this last page here. What is going on here? Where is this fitting into anything?
The pinup?
The skeleton guy, that was the only thing that I did in the book that I penciled and inked and everything. And that was from a previous story that I had done for a local group for their comic. And it was about a Japanese bomber that couldn't fulfill his mission. so he flew around looking for people for blood to fill the tank of his bomber. So that was that story.
I remember this now. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
shame on you for teasing us with this.
Yeah.
This page. Totally out of context.
I'm sure there are copies out there somewhere, right, Alex?
No, I don't think they ever used it.
Oh, dang.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Great idea. And of course, this is again we thought was another teaser of is this a Mutandis?
It is. Technically, it is for sure.
It does have the M's all over it, so yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And then of course,
I never realized how many M's there were until you guys noted them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's like 3 M's on
belt buckle.
Some clues.
Yeah, some more clues. So that wraps up that issue. Okay, now let's take a look at issue number 2, which these guys got their first glimpse of today. And man, this cover is awesome. And so this is, remind me, is this Amy?
That's Vanessa.
Vanessa, sorry.
Evan, come on.
I got it.
Shit together.
All right.
Now, is this also Bill, or is this?
Yeah, that's all.
Yep.
Okay,
that's all Bill.
It's got the Renfro in the corner there, so you know.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Great cover. Awesome cover.
And it worked. I was a little worried about that one because it wasn't an action cover.
Right.
We went with that, and we went with the color pattern because we were a little low budgetarily.
Yeah.
It's so effective. It's so dynamic. It reminds me of that one of the Vendetta covers. It's, that red, black, and white color scheme. It just pops. Both of these, like when we found the Mutandis JPEG online, it was probably like 25 pixels, but I was just I had to click on it because I was like, "What is this? This is incredible!" And they pop. So
the power of the cover.
Yeah. Cover's great. It totally worked.
I think all 3 had pretty good covers. And number 3 was the group shot I really loved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have that here.
Dude, oh my god.
Yeah. So this is the
amazing.
Issue number 3, which we'll definitely reserve to look at a later date. But I mean, from what I've seen already, it is amazing. So we'll have to definitely
you check out the first page of number 2 and the cover of number 3.
Oh, wait. The first page.
Oh, is it? It's like a reverse.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I was telling you, Bill likes to homage things.
Oh, wait.
Vaughn in costume.
I like that.
My focus is all off, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Come on.
Need your focus ring, buddy.
Where's my focus ring?
Oh, yeah, the ring.
All right, hold on.
You don't have the power of the ring.
Program that ring, baby.
Let me program my focus here. 1 second, guys. Now I'm having technical.
There it is.
There it goes. There it goes.
That's it. We're good.
The covers, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, weird. Okay, so wow, interesting. So there we go. Okay, it works.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's great.
I love that.
That's
amazing.
a cool idea.
All right. Well,
Alex,
shall we?
I either never knew that, or you just reminded me, Alex. I didn't recall that at believe
Bill pointed out he liked the pose and the drawing so much that I believe he may have asked me if he could do it, and
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really good. I like that a lot.
So here we go, issue number 2. Let's take it away. So this is Vaughn, and I think you guys did a really good job of recapping the story here. So
Yeah,
I think this made, like, reading this, I was like, oh, okay, now I got it.
it's all starting to make sense. Yeah,
It's all starting to make sense. This is Vaughn Jameson. Although he usually looks quite normal, he and other members of his family are super-powered beings. One of those has become a corporate terrorist. I mean, that's it. I mean, there we go.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago, Vaughn came here to confront the corporate raider, quote unquote, and found out that. And then as we turn here, wow, awesome page.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
I love the fur pattern. Is that something that Bill is adding, or is that? Tell us about it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Bill did a lot of added a lot of liberties, I think.
It's cool. All right, so then I said, and found out that life is just full of little surprises. So now we're seeing here, this is Vaughn and Jerry, right? Tusslin?
Jerry. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, this is Jerry Winters, Vaughn's cousin and suspected corporate raider. That's where we kind of left it off, with him being accused.
Right.
He's not, by the way, the narration reminds us. Not that it matters now. Now Vaughn has attacked Jerry. Now Jerry is pissed. I love that. It's great. Now Jerry's pissed, but you know what? So is Vaughn. So they're both pretty fucking pissed here, which is great. And this is just great action here on this page. And then we, of course, get this great side angle here, too, of Jerry.
Yeah,
I love
about the different panel angles.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. And I also just love that this is Jerry. Like, this is named Jerry, this thing.
Right.
You know, which is great.
Yeah, dude.
So moments after the blast sends Jerry hurling back, Vaughn says, "Was it you, the one who attacked Sussex?" And then that is Vaughn, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I got it. And then stop
got
it,
the cool
both
hair.
of you. Yeah, total. Great era hair there. Stop it, both of you. And then this is Vanessa, right? Did I get it right?
Yeah, right.
I think so.
I think you get it right.
I think.
none of us know. Just
None
go
of us
with it.
know. No, that's okay.
Is it a bad sign when even I can't tell?
Well, it's Amy, right?
It's
She's
Amy.
Yeah, I guess it's Amy.
No,
She
it
doesn't have
is.
Vanessa has the headband.
Yeah.
Right.
Vanessa has
she's
the fire.
And she transports. She
Right,
has the,
Amy's a
yeah,
teleporter,
yeah.
and
That's right.
Vanessa's got the
Right.
flames. I can't tell which kind of aura is around her.
Right.
Right.
No, that's
She's in a flame
definitely
aura.
teleportation.
Yeah,
That's
right,
teleportation because she opened the portal.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's right. Boom. All
popped
right.
in on him.
You've made your point, Vaughn. Now, will you back off and listen to reason? And then he's kind of transforming back here. Let's just calm ourselves down, okay? Let's go inside and we'll settle matters. Okay, great. So now we're like, all right, we're gonna get some mundaneness here. That's what we signed up for. But, oh, now this, guys, this is masterful. This is a
That is sick.
masterful, awesome page here. When I was looking at this earlier, I was like, this is awesome. First off, I love the rendering of the city.
This is
Right.
my bane.
What? Really?
I hate doing skylines like that.
I think
it's
it
the
looks
worst.
cool.
It's
This looks
hard,
great
man.
though.
It does.
It's very difficult.
Yeah,
So
it's
hard.
super difficult and time consuming, and it's just
I don't know. I appreciate the just the style of this. You know, I think it's cool. I think it's unique.
yeah.
Does
Does it have too much backgrounds to be a power comic?
No,
It has
way,
a
dude.
lot. No. Because I
No.
think I think the Yeah, just like the singularness of the backgrounds is what makes it unique.
No, well, let me ask you this: are you referencing Boston? Oh, when you're drawing this? Okay, so then it's absolutely a power comic.
Yeah, cool.
Just making up a cityscape.
Yeah.
It's great.
There you go.
So, Alex, if you have a problem with skylines, should I not invite you for my next project, Captain Skyscraper?
Yeah, no, I don't want any part of that.
All right.
Perfectskylines.com.
Unless I can use photocopies.
Yeah. And then this is great. So now this is, remind me, this is not.
This is Sean's dad.
This is Sean's dad, Adam.
Yeah. And got it.
He owns the corporation, right?
And he's the homeowner.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Somebody had mentioned that it seemed equal parts comic book and equal parts soap opera.
Yeah.
And you're pretty dead on because I was reading X-Men and watching Guiding Light, and it's basically
nice.
They're the same thing.
It's the same sort of deal. The family with multiple members, and everyone's vying for control of the company. And that's how this comes down.
So so that's the influences. That's perfect. It's the X-Men meets the soap opera, which is of course why we're getting
Spaldings, exactly. Yeah.
Right. I love it.
My God.
So Adam here is what do you mean you still can't find her? It's been a week now. And this isn't very dynamic, interesting here that we're getting the reflection through his glasses. Just do what I'm paying you for. And then I love the phone. Love the phone being thrown. It's an amazing giant phone. Find my wife. Love it. And so good. And then, of course, this, I'm guessing, is the camera is outside the building looking in, and this is the reflection of the windows of the other building, right?
Exactly. Success.
All right.
Which now, I love. I love that.
Alex had mentioned earlier, as far as the X-Men influence in Claremont, this is one of the things I love about Claremont is he'll keep a story going, and he'll run like 3 or 4 subplots for a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It suddenly pops and comes to the forefront. So I was trying to set up little trails here to towards other stories coming up.
Like where's the wife? Like
where's the wife? Exactly.
Where's the wife?
Yeah. So then Adam.
When I read this immediately, when I hit this page, I was like, wait a minute. And I had to like pull out Mutandus 1 and be like, did I miss a whole subplot of a wife? Like, what? I love it.
She's not in the first one, right?
No.
No.
I don't think Adam is either. Am I wrong?
Nope. It's just the kids.
Yeah.
So then Adam here is, damn it, Rebecca, where are you? And then Dad. And this must be, this is Sean,
right? Dude.
Yep. Here we go.
Grown up looking.
Yeah, he looks like he's gained a few years since the last ish. The voice is hollow and devoid of emotion as the man himself. Yes, Sean, what is it? Has there been any news on Mom? No, Sean. Here's that wood grain I love. No, Sean. Nothing as
wood
of
paneling.
Yet. It's great. I mean, I have it on my. You can see my.
Yeah. Great. If you can get a car like that.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, those are the days.
Yes, they were. No, Sean. Nothing as of yet. I got to go. I hope they find her soon. And then, of course, he's got the eyes. So now that this is all that's kind of what you were trying to visually insinuate, that maybe he's the corporate raider. Is that right?
Exactly. Right.
Dropping the clues.
And then this is really got it here too, with the eyes just glowing in the darkness here, which is cool. They will, Sean. They will. And then now we're seeing Vanessa. Woo, got it right. With the flame ability. Meanwhile, this is Vanessa Jameson, Vaughn's twin. Like her brother, she found out not long ago that she had this weird power. So this is like, with all this backstory and exposition you're kind of putting into the narration, I mean, it's not dissimilar to Godfather Part 2. I mean, these both now work on their own, right?
Yes.
I could just pick this up off the shelf and I wouldn't be lost.
That's exactly what I was going for. The Corleones continue.
Yeah. Unlike Vaughn, though she had found what she needed, equals. So what does that mean? She had found she needs other family members, other
people
mutants?
like her,
right?
Exactly. That there are others like her. Yeah.
Right. So Vanessa, we have news. You too. So now they're all discovering that they all have powers in this moment, right?
Well, in a previous story that I had written that never got published, Jerry and Vanessa had already discovered each other's powers. Amy here is just learning for the first time.
Oh, I gotcha.
So
Okay.
Amy's a little freaked out.
She's like, "Whoa, what's going on here? I thought I was the only teleporter person here. So you had powers too, and you didn't tell me? I didn't see any reason to. You saw no reason?" Love that. It's great.
Oh,
and
man.
Then, awesome. God, anything with the Raider, I'm definitely in for.
So good. Such a great character.
So then Amy
I wish I had put my foot down and not had the Raider be in a black costume, all black costume.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's so hard to draw.
That looks great.
How do you know he's the villain? If he's
worth it, dude.
Yeah.
I love more than anything like the way people render an all black outfit. It's brilliant. It's so
aged,
cool.
It's aged into a fine wine 25 years later. Why didn't you tell me? Amy says. Vaughn, will you listen? Oof. And then that's it. We've got too much to worry about without trying to kill each other. Right. Now we have to worry about ... And then I guess this is Adam. Yeah, because of the phone.
Yeah, of course.
Begin attack beta. And then I guess that's just like, throwing over. So now you see that this is beta, right? That's the name of the corporate raider. Is that right?
Or
it's the name
operation.
Name of the
operation beta.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
Sorry.
Man,
Attack.
I love that. I love that style that the corporate raider is doing with that
his shadows.
film noir.
That nice fedora, isn't it?
It's Sam Spade.
It's straight Frank Miller.
So good.
He has like two forms of disguise on. He's got like a trench coat and a hat and an all black suit.
That is one of my favorite things is when in comic books and superhero comics, when superheroes are in their costume and wearing clothes on top of.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things.
That's perfect. So begin attack beta. Yeah, what were you saying?
Alex, you mentioned Frank Miller as an inspiration, but who are some of the other artists that you were looking at or inspired by around this time, or even just growing up?
Yeah, it's funny because you guys hit the nail on the head. Like when you said Patrick Nagel, I was like, how did you pick that out?
I can't. Well, dude, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god! Like, I mean, I was blown away when you commented that it was actually an influence because I was like,
yeah,
I see it. It's incredible.
Yeah, and Frank Miller is a huge influence. Like the role, the Vaughn role that you guys were talking about, that was needless, but it's straight out of Frank Miller. That's basically how he does action. Multiple character
those
figures.
Daredevil, pages of him. Just flipping and rolling. And
I would say personally, there's a lot of power comics that we look at where there is just totally unnecessary action, like a guy picking up a cup and it takes a whole page. To me, the role is totally did not read to me as superfluous or necessary.
No, it's just.
But I think we love like trying to fit everything into different categories. Like, oh, here's like a action redundancy that we see in a lot of this stuff. But
it works. It works. Sorry to cut you off. It works for like the idea of them hanging out and like their relationship.
Yes.
It's like, he's just gonna smack him in the back of the head. Then it's like, no, he's got like ninja reflexes. It works.
Yeah.
To me, it just enhances the experience of the power comicness of it all. It's just
Well, in comics in general, I mean, because I went to the Kubert School, and one of their big focuses was movement in comics, because it's not film, so you don't have real movement, so you have to facilitate that movement in your panel layout and your your action and stuff. And so just trying to put any kind of movement into it is what you want to do,
right?
Almost mimicking a silent movie, because you don't have the sound in that, so you have to rely on something else.
And to be dynamic. Yeah.
To be dynamic and interesting.
Yeah. So back to it here. Once again, the corporate raider strikes, or does he? Where is the spark in his eyes? So that's where you're trying to point out that, wait a minute, the raider doesn't have that spark. Where is the power he used last time? So is that trying to insinuate that maybe this is somebody different? Seems like
yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
My mind was spinning when I was reading this. I was like, what are we getting at here? I really love it.
About the same time, or meanwhile, so let me get this straight. When the Raider showed up, you three made this little team to take him down. I love them all hanging out here.
Yes, that's a great shot.
Jerry and Undies here.
One of the hardest things. I mean, I've never drawn a superhero team comic ever, but it's very difficult because you have to include all of these characters all the time in every single panel. It's always multiple figures multiple figures in a scene all together in one panel.
Yeah, and you can't reuse the same angles because then it'll be boring or repetitive. So you have to every page you have to get a different angle.
Yeah.
And Alex, what are you using for reference for this stuff? Is this just from your head, or are you like working off of photos?
I don't use any reference. I probably should, but I don't.
No, that blows my mind, man. That blows my mind.
That's
so
awesome.
hard.
Wow. So then we have yes, and then I have to call this out because I noticed it just when we were flipping through this. That probably the only human who's noticed that you've used the head flip here twice.
I use that. That's like my signature move.
Is it?
Love it. Love it.
It's the Alex Turbin head flip.
Yeah.
Facilitating movement.
It's a very Turbinian head flip that you did. Yeah. Love it.
The alarm, Amy teleport us downstairs. So then, and then they all get teleported to an awesome power layer.
It really does. We should have. I wish we could have included it, or we can include it in our.
They're all kind of like in like shredding guitar pose too, which is great.
Yeah. They really are.
Especially here too. They're all like ready to go. Like
that was one of the spin-offs I was working on. Yeah,
I think Bill said that was his favorite panel that I had drawn.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure. Yeah, and she's holding this gun like it's a
it's a contender top 10 power weapons. We gotta get that one in there.
Where did you get all of this? Bought and paid for with a couple of months allowance. Okay, alarm was right. Alarm was right. He's on the move again. Here, Vaughn, throw these on quick. And then, okay, team, this is it. And they're gearing up. And here's the Raider. Is he attached onto a building side? Is that what I'm seeing here? It's kind of tripping me up here.
He's flipping off of a ledge, I think.
Oh, right? Yeah, right?
I think he's hefting something, isn't he?
Is that it?
I don't know. He's doing something.
Epic
Alex,
fail.
You're the pro here. What are we looking at?
You drew it, Alex.
I'm going to have to look to the page.
Okay.
I can't really see.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's holding the, he's going to throw something.
Oh, okay. Got it. Back in Boston.
Also, hang on. I really have to say that I thought it was so funny reading this when he says, like, how did you pay for all this stuff? Drawing attention to the fact that they have this high-tech base and then just being like, yeah, I just paid for it with some allowance.
Yeah.
I love just bringing attention to it. And
they're super rich kids.
I was trying to inject a little humor into it. When I first started working with Corey, he looked at some of my rough drafts and he goes, well, it's great, except for the sense of humor. And I go, what sense of humor? He says, exactly. There's no comedy in there at all.
It's got it. Well, he helped because it genuinely has some good quips in here.
For sure. There's no stopping this guy, the cops say. Yes, there he is. And then now he looks like he's launching or disappearing, teleporting.
Oh, it's great.
Throwing. Yeah. He's throwing.
He's throwing?
He's throwing.
But then it says that he appears like 100 yards away or something.
Right, but
he's attempting to throw.
He's throwing the brick or whatever, and then he's teleported away.
While he's throwing.
It's both. It's both. I gotcha.
Okay. Exactly. It's a teleport and throw. Double simultaneous. Yeah.
Comics are so hard.
Yeah.
Comics are very hard.
I just like that in a script to be like, okay, how the hell am I gonna fucking do this?
Yeah. That was about what was going through my mind. Yeah.
I'm so sad because I feel like I'm still a power comic artist.
No,
brother.
There's nothing wrong with.
Don't be sad. That's
the best kind of artist, man.
Oh my god.
That's a badge of honor, Alex. What are you talking about?
It is an absolute badge of honor.
No, the truth is that it's so hard to do this stuff. Yeah. I mean, I have nothing to show for my work. I mean, I'm an artist. I do stuff. I try to make comics, and it's so hard to conceptualize this stuff, figure out how to create a panel, how you're going to do it, and how it's going to fit into the overall page, let alone story. It's just stops you in your tracks. It's incredible how difficult it is to do this stuff.
Yeah, and one of the things you guys were saying was if whether it's confusing to the audience or not, and then you were saying you're writing for yourself, you're drawing for yourself, but it's a very thin line as to whether or not you explain something completely or you talk up to your audience. You know, you have to try to think your audience is smarter than they might be.
That's a great point.
And we're not a very smart audience. So there's a lot of times where we go through these comics and people are like, "That was not confusing at all," and like our minds are bent completely. Right. Sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
I was just gonna add that you know, I think Gabe and Evan feel the same way. As I would prefer more comics to be like this, and with what we might consider like flaws and or whatever. I would prefer to have that in the comics that I read rather than like some sort of masterfully, you know, seamless, boring generic mainstream comic. I would much rather have this.
Some 14-part Marvel crossover that
forget that.
Yeah, exactly.
That looks like everything else. You know, there's a convention. There's stuff that just becomes, it's a language. And so people start to create work in a certain language, a certain dialect, and it becomes very
homogenous.
I mean, homogenized and generic. And anytime anyone tries to do anything outside of it, it makes you work. It makes your brain start to spin, and it's way more interesting.
Yeah. I
mean, I love picking apart this. I love trying to figure out stuff. And when it works, it's great. And when it doesn't work, it's even better. It's so much fun.
And someone, I think it was Steve McArdle, who's of Red Bullet Comics fame to us. He put it in the best way too, where it's like, you know, a lot of the power comics we love are by, you know, creators that were in their teens when they made these, and it's pretty much the demo tapes of comics. Because it's like,
that's
you know,
great point.
Like we're big music guys too, and it's like, you know, if you're like a record store guy, you know, you want the early demos, man. You know, you want like the, you know, this is when
the
things
unfiltered,
were a little dirty, you know, and a little crazy. You know, that's that's like, maybe it's that one metal band, but they busted out that weird synthesizer, you know, on their demo, you know, and so it's like, and it became something like no one's ever heard of, you know. So that's kind of what we appreciate about these, is that it's you know, it's just not like anything you're gonna get anywhere else. So anyway, all right, he's throwing something, he's teleporting, whatever it is. To be precise, 3 miles south. Okay, to be precise, 3 miles south, 50 feet straight up, and then 50 feet down again. So precisely 3 miles south, he's being thrown up and then down again.
And he's slamming into the boardwalk there, dude, onto the dock.
And then him peeking out here, looking for us. And then, of course, here's the big moment.
Here we go.
This is the big one,
bro.
This is it. We've been waiting a lifetime and a half.
Oh there it is.
God.
Bam.
Boom.
So good.
And then I was like, allow me to introduce ourselves. We're Mutandus. I didn't think a Mutandus
such a relief.
A weird, but it is. Wow. So there it is.
Did you plan on having this splash page be on an even page, Dave?
I did not. I was flying by the seat of my pants at this point.
I love when reveals happen after a page turn like that. Because if you turn the page and it's just like, you know, you're reading and then the reveal is already on the right hand page. You've already seen it. It's not as effective.
Right.
You're already looking at it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Is that like
I wish we were that smart.
No, I mean, you've seen Evan use his little divider to hide stuff, you know, whenever we're doing these reads.
Yeah. I remember the first issue we brought it to the printers and they're like, well, you need this many pages and you have this many pages, and we're like, so we have 2 more pages we have to fill. Like, you know, we had so many story pages, and then, you know,
we got this.
Yeah, that's why you got the 2 pages.
Awesome. So good.
Extra stuff.
Love it.
Because we didn't count the pages correctly.
That's amazing. I love that.
Perfect.
So is it more common in mainstream comics to have the splash on the odd page? Is that more what you typically see? Or?
No, I mean,
I don't know.
With ads in I don't know if they have ads in mainstream comics anymore or not, but like it can be pretty difficult to sort of line it up properly. But
got it.
I always love it when it does happen that way.
Yeah.
I won't be stopped, says the Raider. Guess again, friend, you're outnumbered, and we're not about to just let you destroy Boston. And how will you stop me? Simple. So Lycaon. So that's the first time. That's the first time we get.
As you know him, Jerry.
Jerry. It'd be better if it was go get him, Jer. Go get him in there, Jer. But love it. Amazing. And this is the first time we busts out that name. So now we're kind of, this is the first time we're going to hear their names, of what their
code names.
Code names are.
Their real names.
Sick 'em. And then here, this is great.
I love the idea of like discovering a crystal in like a weird spaceship, and then you all get superpowers, and you're all starting like, what's our code names now for our cool powers?
Well, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I know. Totally. That's what we all would do. Like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I think you should just be Jerry. I think there's nothing wrong with Jerry. All right. Very clumsy, Wolf. So that's it. He's a telekinetic. And then here we learn Firelight. That's Vanessa's name. You're next. Don't hold back. I'm not. Something's blocking the flames. And then great fire here too. Awesome detail.
Fun to draw.
Totally, it's great. And then she gets shot over here, way into the water. And then Porter. So is that Amy? Porter.
That's Amy.
Porter.
Correct.
Porter. Try to blast through that shield. And then now we're cutting to back at the office, I guess, right?
Oh yeah.
Number
and
2
another
is
new character.
Yeah, another new character. Awesome character, by the way. Number 2 is in trouble. Get the others and go help him. And then Adam here is, don't rescue him too quickly. Let him learn his lesson first. Oh, sure. Not like it's your kid out there getting his butt kicked. Not this time, at least. So that's a little clue.
Yeah, that's a little morsel.
Right? Little morsel there. The saver. And then now things getting violent here between the two. Why I'll remind you to stay in line. Tigress, or I'll put you back in the alley where I found you. Oh, no. And then she lashes back here. Whoosh. Not again. Never again. I may owe you my life, but I won't let anyone hit me again. So that's also cool backstory seeds you're planning there for sure. Dig it.
That's good reveal.
So fucking good.
Love it. It's great. Would love to see that issue. I don't know if her origin shows up later on in your run here.
Around number 47.
Spoilers?
Yeah, 47.
Spoilers?
47. All right, 47. Next time I'll aim higher for your throat. Awesome. Yeah, Tigress spinoff here would be cool.
Love it.
Okay, meanwhile, back at the boardwalk here, the Raider's power saves him from Porter, only to be cut down by another. I was right. His power requires total concentration. He couldn't handle 2 attacks. And then Vanessa, having returned from her impromptu swim, yeah, whatever. Now, how about the answer to everyone's question? Is this Sean? So now everyone thinks that it's Sean, obviously, because he's the one that bolted out of the house in the first issue and was missing, right? I also remember that, too. They went to go check on him in the bedroom, and he was gone.
And his room was locked, right?
Yep.
Right. Zappa posters. Got it.
The old bait and switch.
Right. Oh, gross. Guess not. And then they're starting like, huh? And then now back at the Winters mansion.
I love that the reveal is that it's like super far away, so it's not him, but who the hell?
You're right.
Well, the character revealed is actually disfigured.
And
that's I don't know.
Oh, gross.
somewhere in our meetings, I don't know if we decided on just doing a faraway shot or what.
Yeah, why didn't we do a close up?
That would have been crazy. Like,
yeah.
The next panel should have been a close up.
It keeps it super mysterious.
I love it.
That's true. Adds to the mystery.
So back at the Winters mansion here, Tigress, come, young Winters, we have need of your power. Huh? No! And then this is great. Wow. Silly boy, our powers cancel each other's out. That's kind of a power concept there. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. Whoa. By night's end, we'll see what happens when we combine them. Okay, so that's like, whoa, tricky.
That is power comic, that they cancel each other out, but then you could also combine them.
Yeah.
Full
Power
charge.
logic right there.
Great. It's great.
That's so good.
I love it. All right, here we are. Somewhere else altogether. Okay, so somewhere else entirely. When was it found? A couple hours ago, sir. Anything else? The damage on the vehicle doesn't look like an accident. Oh, more mystery. I think it's time to tell Mr. Winters. Okay, so now we're presuming this is where his wife, right, is named.
Yep.
Help me. I forgot her name.
Did we get a name?
I don't know if she has a name.
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
It was
Yeah.
Rebecca. I had to change that in later versions after I married a Rebecca, and I just couldn't
Really?
Do that same way anymore.
And that was a
change it
coincidence?
in the reprint.
Yeah.
In the reprint.
Amazing. I think it's time to tell Mr. Winter, you may have found his wife. Dun, dun, dun. Meanwhile, back at the docks. So it isn't Sean after all.
Evan, there's a little something you're missing in that last panel.
This?
Oh.
This little clue
There's a
down
card
here?
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what does the card say?
Reads Empire Consolidated, Carl Latham, CEO.
Oh.
What? I missed that too. Oh my God.
Is that like
But
a future clue?
It's almost focused in on it.
Dave, what
Like
are you
underneath
doing
the
to
foot.
me?
Who's
What
Carl
are you
Latham?
doing?
Am I gonna like under my bed is gonna be a
Claremontian mystery, dude.
Dude,
yeah
another layer. This is like a David Lynch movie here.
yeah labyrinthian. Meanwhile, okay, so it isn't Sean after all. I can't like
Kaon.
Thank
Like
you.
Kaon.
Like Kaon. God damn it. Like Kaon. What's with him? Feel the wind. Something's approaching. Sniff, sniff. This is great.
Love
Jerry
it.
with the old sniff. Coming fast. Huh? What the? You are interfering. Kindly remove yourselves. Or you are interfering. Period. Kindly remove yourselves. Not much chance of that. Who are you, lady? And then here we go. And I love this team. We got more characters here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I am Tigress, and these two are Veer, great name, but my favorite name, very on brand for us, Power Play.
Yes.
So good.
So we got Veer and Power Play, which is awesome. Which of you is the corporate raider then? And then Jerry goes to town. Why, we all are, dear, and we're not the only. So, okay, now we're getting these multiples. Okay. And then Zap and Jerry here. Power Play's face. This one's body. Are they all this scarred? Okay, so that's the. So there's something with the disfigurement.
There, you got your fight scene.
You got, okay, yeah.
You got your,
You happy?
you got your fight
Are you
scene.
happy? Shh, don't notice it. You got your fight scene. All right. And this is whoa. Okay, so here I am here on this. Okay, Firelight.
Yes.
How are you? Doing fine, thanks. Radian, thanks. Is that the first time we've learned that his name is Radian?
I think it is.
so.
And-
Yeah.
Okay. And Porter has everything under control. Jerry, I'm healing. It goes faster when I change forms rapidly. Whoa. I want to know what Sean has to do with this. I thought he was the raider, but now, no. And yes. No and yes. I'll say no more. I'd rather surprise you. We're never gonna get any firm answers here in Mutandis. It's always within reach, but then suddenly a blast comes from above. Okay, and then now here we go.
Yes.
Boom.
This
Oh my
must
God.
be Sean.
Yeah.
Guessing.
It's craziness.
Crazy drawing. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And you
Insane
see-
perspective.
Super insane.
Yeah.
Totally. You see, I didn't lie to you. No, Sean is not the raider, but yes, he is one of us, and we shall be your death. Whoa. That's cool. Love it. And then next, again, an ending and a beginning. A yes. and a
Hell
no.
yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Dun, dun, dun. Cool. And so this pinup is by somebody else here, right?
Yeah. I remember I mentioned when we first started out, we were doing sort of an artist camp.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This was a young kid by the name of Ishi Rudel.
Oh, cool.
I tried looking him up in the years since, and I can't find him. I hope he's moved on to something great.
Yeah, draws better than me.
Great drawing.
Super cool. Yeah, really love that.
Yeah, super dope.
I like that you included it a lot. That's great.
Yeah. We wanted to interact with our fans as much as we could.
Yeah,
of course.
That's awesome. It's great.
You'll find later there was a guy that came along by the name of Mike Smith. He did a little bit for us, and he came to one of our signings, and he did like a Batman parody, which was hilarious.
Nice.
I wish I still had it. He went on. He's a Disney animator now, I think.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's got a Disney style.
Wow, very cool. And then we get this little creature here.
Dude,
Whoa.
Amazing. That's a shirt.
Yeah, it is totally.
It's a like pumpkin head.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah,
It is Pumpkinhead.
It's all Bill.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So good.
I love it. Just cranking Zappa, watching Pumpkinhead. Who is
Great
it?
movie. Yeah.
And then we get a letter because we didn't get a letter in the first one, right? No, we didn't. No.
Yeah, and I don't remember who wrote this. This was me or Bill or.
I think it was Bill.
Well, let's read it here. So it says, from the creators of Mutandis, welcome to the world of Parasite. Where to begin? Well, we could start by introducing ourselves. First, there's Bill, a self-taught artist from the area. Having learned to draw from life rather than from comics, Bill has brought a rather unique perspective to his part of the book. Then there's Alex. Oh, woo! Yeah, another local artist recently graduated from the ranks of the Kubert School of Art.
Ah,
That's
nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
There we go.
So amazing. Who brings a perfect compliment to Bill's work. And finally, there's Dave, the writer of the group who created the early versions of Mutandis back in high school. That's what we were talking about.
Good.
These characters, with Bill and Alex's help, have evolved into what Mutandis is now. We at Parasite are working on getting Mutandis out to you on a regular basis. All the letters say that. Right now, we're shooting for a bi-monthly. We are anxious to release our book, for it fulfills two purposes for us. First, to have our work out there where the public can see it. And second, to bring in more artists and writers and allow them the same chance. Anyone interested can apply by sending any submissions, photocopies, please, to the Parasite Studio. Keep reading for the address below. Another point of interest, we're hoping to turn this space here into our letters page for each issue. Of course, we could use a little help creating the title for it. Your incentive, you ask? A signed original page of art from Mutandis #1. Holy shit.
A
Sounds like a
steal.
deal.
I don't think anybody got it.
Oh my God. Thank God.
Yeah, really.
God. Sounds like a deal. Then write in. Send your title ideas along with your letters, commentary, and submissions to our studio at 77 Stillwater Avenue, Bangor, Maine. I don't know if I should read that address on the air, but who knows?
That's
we all
Bill's
hope.
old address. He doesn't live there anymore.
All right.
Oh, he
Great.
doesn't? I was wondering that.
No. I thought I keep driving by thinking that's him, and it's not.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
As for original art, as I was going through my stuff,
Oh!
Come on.
Oh wow.
Falling
Yeah.
backwards.
there's the
Wow. Hold on. Let
the
me
image of Adam looking out over the city.
Nice.
hold it up one more time so we can see it better on this cam. Oh man.
Yes.
Name your price and.
Oh my God. I'm gonna come up with a name for your acknowledgement section there. And you're gonna...
Yeah, I got a name.
Gotta be good.
That's amazing. Oh my God.
I even have the
Mutandis.
original of the infamous Vaughn robe roll, I guess you could call
The,
it.
the robe roll.
Yes.
Oh
Man.
yes.
Name the price.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that is amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. So you have most of the original art from the issues then, or just
I've
a
got
handful?
portions of it. I've
Yeah.
probably only got about 10 pages here.
I think I have
wow.
maybe 5 or 6 pages left.
Oh.
I
Well,
sent one
so
to
great.
Jeff when he bought some stuff.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah. If
You guys,
we're interested,
amazing.
we are building the Power Archives, which we've been collecting from our power creators. So we got some John Tar, and we got some Private Ice, and some other stuff. But we'd love Mutandis. I mean, we want to. We definitely have been talking about this, that like at some point, maybe in the next year, we got to do a power gallery show. That's definitely one of the things.
We were just talking about it
in Miami. Like, go big.
That'd be sick.
You need to do then and now.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to see that. That's a great idea.
Because I was watching the John Tar interview, and he's really good now.
Oh man,
amazing.
Tony Lorenz is fantastic.
Yeah.
So that wraps us up here for awesome back cover shot here too.
That was great.
Yeah.
So good.
Really, really cool. Another Bill piece, it looks like. So there you have it, Mutandis 1 and 2. Guys, what's it like going through these 25 years after the fact on YouTube?
It's amazing. I can't believe it. Like 2 weeks ago, I'd have been like, nobody knew anything about Mutandis, or,
Yeah, the nostalgia is really kind of euphoric. I will say, as far as what Alex is saying, the irony here is when he told me everybody's looking for a copy, I've been schlepping these around with every move.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I moved a year and a half ago, and I don't know where they are now.
Oh.
I probably had a couple hundred copies of each issue, and I have no idea.
Well, we printed 1,000, 1,200 copies. Was it 1,000 or 1,200? And I know that Diamond sold 250, and then we sold like 85 to our local bookstores and stuff, and then we sold maybe 300 to cons and stuff that we went to. So whatever was left, we still had.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just blown away. I can't believe that you guys agree, that you found us, that you're doing this, and that we got access to number 2. I'm just head over heels. Thank you guys so much. This is so fun.
Well, I mean, the feeling is mutual. I'm glad you guys found us. This is kind of neat.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, when we Gabe and I got really obsessed with, the John Tars of the, of the world 10 years ago. And ever since we started kind of trying to reach out to the creators and talk to folks like yourselves, like now we're discovering, oh my God, there are hidden issues of John Tar that were never released. And now we're able to get them and look at them. And it's like we're opening doors that, we never thought possible with collecting these wild and wacky comics. And it's cool. It's really cool. So, it's awesome to look back at these with you guys and to reunite you two after 25 freaking years. Yeah. I mean, that's wild. So like, we're creating miracles here at Power Comics.
All right. Settle down, Evan. Come on.
You're like Oprah.
I gotta say,
I know, really.
We're the Oprah of comic YouTube shows.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. There you go.
But this has been a blast, guys. Thank you so. What the fuck is
definitely.
that?
And are you guys? Can I ask you quick? Are you guys still comic fans? Are you still reading stuff, making stuff? Are you? Is still anything in your world?
I stopped collecting about 3 years ago because nothing seems original anymore coming from the bigger ones.
There you go.
I'll write an occasional fanfic just to keep myself in the practice.
Right.
I do have the Mutandis novel has been percolating in the back of my head since about 2010.
Whoa.
Get out of here.
I have it outlined, and I threatened to share it with Alex the other day. So we'll see.
Yes.
Well, I've been kicking around the idea of doing a Kickstarter for Mutandis, the next Mutandis. So
there you go.
We'll see if anything comes of that.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you guys, any work or future Mutandi projects that are out there, keep us abreast. We'd love to promote them, especially on the Patreon or the YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
100%. Because I mean, people are really interested in this stuff, and I know that people who see this video are gonna want to try and score some of the issues you guys have, if you have any. I know Dave, you can't find some, but if there are any out there, we'll definitely put a link in this video to where you can hopefully score some of those
website.
last. Yeah, your website.
I'm hoping to track them down, but I'm down to about 3 or 4 copies each.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, me too.
Very scary.
Me too. Yeah.
Evan owns more Mutandus than the creators.
I think possibly, yeah.
Well, that's where it should be. It should be in the hands of the fans.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
why we do it.
But yeah, and then of course, if you find the box and there's more, and you wanna sell some, definitely hit us up, and we'd love to help you do that as well, because I'm sure
Awesome. Yeah.
tons of folks that would be watching this would love to get some Mutandis issues. Other than that, thanks again, guys. This is amazing, and we'll definitely have you guys back on so we can continue. We got Mutandis 3, and we have the. Hang on, let me actually grab those other issues. Hold on, you talk amongst yourself.
Here, I'm gonna show you. I did a little Mutandis thing.
Is this the group shot? Oh man,
this is the group shot.
Wait,
show you where I am.
When did you do this? You just did this?
Yeah, I did this yesterday.
Oh my god!
Nice. What did you color that with?
Oh my god!
Actually, I've just started using Copic markers.
Oh, those are the best.
And, fancy boy over here with his Copic.
Super expensive markers.
Can you hold it up again? Can you hold it up one more time?
Yeah.
Let me. I'm gonna expand your cam here.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of learning the coloring process.
Loving it.
They're hard, man. That's amazing.
I think you guys are ready to draw some and do some more Mutandis here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's settled, man.
Yeah,
I have some ideas. I would take it into a darker, more modern tone.
Ooh.
What I'm thinking.
Dave, do you agree, or we have power friction here on the?
I told Alex the other day. I said, "They're your characters too. Run with them. Do whatever you want."
Wow.
Well, let's just say I'm a
until
big
I
Game
see
of
if it
Thrones
makes big
fan,
money,
so.
then I might want part of it.
And here is just real quick. Here's what we have left to look at together.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
so good.
We have the Mutandis issue 3, and then I guess it continues. The story of Mutandis continues in random access. What can you tell us about?
Whoa.
Is random access? Are those bagged?
Yeah, these are bagged.
The back cover to Random Access 1 is Mutandis number 4.
Oh,
hang on.
And you get to see a Bill created character.
Wow. Yum.
Bam.
Whoa. God Sword, dude.
Bill created him?
Sword. Yes, sir.
What's the name of the character?
I just inhaled this before we started here.
I was going to say,
Sword.
Gabe's done his homework. All right.
I love this character. I love
you
this
inhaled
character,
this?
man.
You read it?
Oh my god. Yes, brother.
Okay, brother.
I'm into it. You guys, God Sword is incredible.
That character, all credit to Bill. Bill created him.
Love it.
I just kind of directed him into the story, but that's all Bill's creation.
Did an amazing job. It's so good.
Yeah.
So we will have you guys back for sure. Maybe we can do one video where we do Mutandis 3, and maybe
we gotta do number 3. We gotta do number 3.
And then we could do a video looking into the random access. So what is random access? Is that just sort of like a anthology series?
Yeah. That was where me and Bill wanted to do kind of our own thing, but we also wanted to continue with Mutandis too. So we broke it into 3 different sections. One, Mutandis, just me, and just Bill.
This cover
amazing.
And by that time, Mutandis number 4 had already been. It was ready. So we just split it up between the two.
Right.
Wow.
And added Alex added Mage World, and Bill had something called Spaghetti Western.
I love Spaghetti Western.
Mage World. Spaghetti Western.
And
so good, man.
Issue number 3 was published by somebody else, and I'm trying to remember who was published by. I want to say it was Hammock.
They were
Get out of here!
You guys got hammocked?
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was Hammock because I think they changed their name to like Alpha or something like that. Do you remember that, Dave?
I think they did. Yeah, that does sound familiar. Yeah.
But then what happened was we made the deal that they were going to publish it and distribute it and everything, and then we lost contact with them, and we kept calling them and trying to find issues, and because I would have bought a bunch of issues so I could have had them.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But then they ghosted us pretty much.
Oh my god.
Well,
yeah.
My memory on that one's a little hazy. The Hammock name doesn't sound familiar to me. The name I had was Polly Ventura.
Polly Ventura. It could have been.
We met them at one convention, and they said, "Look, we've got distribution through Diamond.
Uh-huh.
And
Damn.
you guys can distribute locally, but we want to be able to distribute it nationwide. Well, we'll shoot you a few copies so that you'll have some for your friends and whatnot.
Right.
And to my knowledge, they only gave us about maybe half a dozen issues.
Yeah.
And that's when they disappeared.
I haven't got one. Yeah. I kept calling them and they wouldn't answer their machine. And eventually I had my girlfriend call them and they answered. But then as soon as she said, this is about Mutandis, and they hung up.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That actually brings something up, Alex. I have the original master that they used.
Oh yeah.
But it is fading bad. I don't know if there's a way to preserve it.
I don't think there is.
Yeah, it's on some sort of weird mimeograph paper or something.
Just scan it in. Get it scanned.
Yeah,
get it scanned, man.
Emergency scan.
1200 DPI.
Yeah.
All right.
Emergency
I'll give
scan.
that a try.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Well, guys, that about wraps it up for this episode of the Mutandis show.
All right. Well, thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the pleasure is all ours. Let me tell you.
Power community, hit us up at patreon.com/powercomics, where we are. If you want to read these issues, we are going to upload the first two so you can check them out, see them in more clear detail. And then we'll post links there as well to where you can buy some issues. Alex has some up there, some left. I'm thinking a scarce amount, but
I have a bunch actually.
Oh, never mind.
No, Alex has 2 copies.
I mean,
left.
I have two. I have.
So we will put that up there, and we will, and then we'll have these guys back, and we'll do another round of Mutandis shows.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, thank you, Ben and Gabe, and until next time.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you,
guys.
Bye.